At about 9,000 to 18,000 feet above mean sea level, this place, in the upper stretches of the Himalayas, along India's international border, the conditions are, at best, unfriendly and hostile. But for the brave men of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police, is just another day at work. The chilly, icy winds that blow across the snowscape is hardly a deterrent for the men who guard the borders of the nation, looking for any infringement or encroachment of the country's territory by external forces. The Indo-Tibetan Border Police have etched their name in golden letters in the annals of the country's defense history. Interestingly, the Indo-Tibetan Border Police had a very modest beginning in 1962, when it started off as an outfit consisting of just 4 battalions. It was in 1978 that the force was restructured to expand its scope and operations. Today, the force stands as a significant and critical component in India's border security mechanism, with a current strength of 33,000 strong Himveers. The ITBP troops are at the service of the nation anytime, anywhere, in the exact sense, whether it is the unfriendly snow-capped terrains of the upper Himalayas, the treacherous lanes and bylanes of terrorist-infested parts of Kashmir, or even the scene of nature's fury like the earthquakes. The smiling ITBP personnel are at hand, ready to help out in all the ways he can. This is a place in Ladakh, close to the international border. As far as an eye can see, there are vast, hostile stretches of snow with no other respite in sight. It is a scene that could be a challenge for even the strong-willed. The ITBP troops, however, are at work keeping a tight and strict vigil. Their job becomes doubly critical and significant because the enemy usually uses every trick in the book to sneak into the country. But the ITBP personnel, with their constant patrol, are an effective deterrent to any such unwelcome intrusions. The area of responsibility of the brave men of ITBP extends through the entire terrain, spanning 2,115 kilometers of hostile terrain, mostly covered with dense snow. Blizzards, snowstorms and icy chilly winds are a common sight. Nonetheless, the temperatures hover around -40 degrees on many days, and with bottomless gorges, abysmal ravines and dangerous glaciers forming the backdrop of this extremely challenging assignment, the Jawans of ITBP indeed are worthy of unqualified praise and tributes from the entire nation. In the volatile state of Jammu and Kashmir, the ITBP troops are met with adversaries of a different nature, the sectionist and militant elements of the state. Never an easy assignment, this task assumes importance in the wake of the fact that the militants can attack at any time, any place, and unannounced. Danger lurks in every corner for the troops of the ITBP, but they carry on, untiring and relentless. The troops, ever battle-ready and prepared for action. At any time of the day or the night, the alert troops of ITBP set out on missions to snare terrorists and insurgents. In these militant-infested areas, the night patrolling becomes significant and critical for their operations, as most of the illegal activities happen in the cover of the darkness of the night. The duty of the ITBP does not stop at guarding the country alone. They have also been entrusted with the duty of protecting the cream of the country's political leadership and other VIPs. Internationally too, the ITBP has held out its helping hand through its tough troops throughout the world as a part of the UN peacekeeping force in sensitive hot spots like Bosnia, Herzegovina, Kosovo, Angola and numerous other countries. Fighting the nature's fury and its vagaries takes a training of an entirely different nature. The basic training center is at Bhanu near Panchkula, Haryana. The ITBP Academy at Mussoorie and the Mountaineering and Skiing Institute at Oli are three major institutions that train the personnel of the ITBP. Training in all aspects like guerrilla warfare, shooting and target practice. Mountaineering and rock climbing make the personnel fit and ready for all the challenges that lie ahead. And even this training does not come easy. Months of sustained, unforgiving training at these institutes are designed to test the stamina and grit of the personnel, which enables them to face any tough assignment. Among these are karate, judo and taekwondo programs that set up their strength and stamina. A training for these snow warriors includes highly specialized training in counter-insurgency operations. Battle-hardened and toughened by these training methods, the troops are all geared up to face the challenges of guarding the country's borders. The roll of honor of the ITBP troops is a testimony to the commitment, valor and discipline of the force. Among the range of bravery and gallantry awards the force has received: Padma Shri, Shaurya Chakra, President's Police and Fire Service Medal, President's Police Medal for Gallantry and many more.
ये जवान ऐसे हैं कि जो वास्तव में देश की रक्षा के लिए केवल कुर्बानी ही नहीं देते, केवल अपने जान की बाजी लगाने को तैयार नहीं है, लेकिन जीवन भर तिल तिल कर अपने को कष्ट में झोंक करके तपस्या कर रहे हैं.
The undying, enthusiastic spirit has spurred the ITBP to go beyond the call of duty. They have attempted and indeed on numerous occasions succeeded conquering the elements of nature in its variegated forms. Originally a mountain force and professional mountaineers and skiers, ITBP has scaled the toughest of Himalayan peaks 60 times and the Mount Everest 4 times and the highest peak in India, Mount Kanchenjunga, twice. Elsewhere, they have also conquered the peaks in Nepal, Iran, Japan and South America. Apart from Winter Olympic Games, adventure sports like whitewater rafting in the turbulent waters of Brahmaputra, the Indus and the Ganges adorn the numerous conquests of the ITBP. Beneath the tough, uncompromising facade of the brave Himveers lies a face that is people-friendly, humane and shares the trials and tribulations of the common man. At the annual Mansarovar Yatra, a religious pilgrimage undertaken every year, the personnel of ITBP perform a role that reveals their human face. Since the Kailash Mansarovar lies across the borders into China, the ITBP personnel escort the pilgrims to the border post and bring them back.
The best service we could find from this yatra is from ITBP. All doctors and all authorities from this ITBP, They are very helpful.
यहाँ जो ITBP के लोगों ने हमें रास्ते में बहुत ही बड़ा सहयोग दिया है, मेडिकल और बीच में आते जाते समय चाय पानी दिया, बहुत ही बड़ा लगा। ऐसी व्यवस्था हमें कहीं भी देखने नहीं मिली। ये जो इस यात्रा पे मिल गए।
For the duration of the yatra, the ITBP men are the friends and companions of the pilgrims. As a part of a larger role that the ITBP plays for integrating the border population into the national mainstream, the ITBP has adopted 24 villages for their development and growth and CI grid in Jammu and Kashmir. While these Jawans trek through unfriendly terrain far from home and their loved ones, their families are amply compensated with timely medical help and school for their children, along with ways and means for a proper rehabilitation in case of an unfortunate death or accident of the troops on duty. And the families of these troops are covered under the various welfare schemes of the force as well.
We have this welfare center where we meet all the ladies and the families of the Jawans, and we discuss their problems, we try to help them, and we also give them training so that they can be self-employed if they are willing, and we teach them stitching, food preservation, and certain other kind of embroidery and art and craft, so that they can be self-employed and they can earn money if they want.
Shaurya, Dhrita, Karm Nishtha, that means valor, determination and devotion to duty. One cannot but help marvel at the appropriateness of this motto as one sees an unflagging commitment for duty towards the motherland and its people. A grateful and proud country salutes their role in our lives.
हम सरहद के सेनानी, हम सच्चे हिंदुस्तानी, हम सच्चे हिंदुस्तानी, हम सरहद के सेनानी, हम सच्चे हिंदुस्तानी, हम सच्चे हिंदुस्तानी, हम भारत तिब्बत सीमा के हैं प्रहरी सब पहचाने, हम जैसे सैनिक कहीं नहीं ये सच्चाई सब जाने, हम सरहद के सेनानी, हम सच्चे हिंदुस्तानी, हम दुनिया के सबसे ऊंचे पर्वत पे है तैनात, हम बर्फ पे चलते कदमों कदमों सुबह शाम दिन रात, हम करते हैं निगरानी, हम करते हैं निगरानी, हम सच्चे हिंदुस्तानी, हम भारत तिब्बत सीमा के हैं प्रहरी सब पहचाने, हम जैसे सैनिक कहीं नहीं ये सच्चाई सब जाने, हम सरहद के सेनानी, हम सच्चे हिंदुस्तानी।
ITBP is a force par excellence. Today, we have emerged as one of the elite forces in the world. We repledge our loyalty and commitment to the dedicated service for the people of India. I am sure in the years to come, every member of the force will always place duty before himself in the dedicated service to the people of India in line with our motto, Shaurya Dhrita Karmanistha.